And thank you everyone for waiting. We are just setting up the webinar to live stream if you can hear me right now. My first webinar. It's very exciting.
They can see us. We're up.
Yep. They can?
Yeah, I'm getting
Awesome.
texts.
Okay. We're gonna get started then. So welcome everyone. It's actually a little weird for me right now to be talking and looking at my 6 friends that are here with me. And thank you everyone for waiting. We were just setting up the webinar to live stream if you can hear me right now. Oops, see? My first webinar. You can tell. It's first webinar. Something was still not muted in the back. So there we go. So welcome guys to White Oak 101, our town hall meeting. I so appreciate you all coming and being with us tonight. A little bit different, obviously. I'd usually be in the NPR meeting all of you, but we're excited that we can connect this way. So before I jump into everything, I would just like to introduce my panelists who have joined us this evening. Dr. Stepanowski, you can wave hello. Board member Linda Menges. We have Joanne Kress, one of our White Oak teachers. PFC co-president April Driscoll. And Wendy Semino, who is we're in the PFC, and she's also a current parent at White Oak. So she's going to speak from that perspective. So again, thank you guys so much for being a part of this. I'm going to share a PowerPoint slide with you guys, kind of go over the nuts and bolts of White Oak. I know so many of you submitted a lot of questions. I'm going to do my best to answer those questions throughout the PowerPoint, but also we do have a section at the end where we are going to answer the list of questions that you guys sent us. If for any reason we aren't able to answer your question, or you missed something, or you aren't able to attend the whole thing, this is being recorded. So you will have access to it, and feel free to email me, ljorns@lvusd.org, and April Driscoll, our PFC president, you can email her as well if you have any questions there. So let's get started. I am going to share my screen with you all. Sorry, team. Can you guys see anything, my panelists?
No, we just see a black screen that you're wanting to share.
All right, let me try this one more time.
Yay, it's there. We can see it.
It is? Okay.
Yes.
Great. Is it in presenting mode, Ms. Kress?
No, it is not.
All right, technical difficulties. Sorry, guys. Well, I had a really nice PowerPoint prepared for you guys, and it showed all the pictures of our amazing students and even showed some really cute Zooms that we had last year. I'm going to try it one more time. If it doesn't, I don't want to take up too much of your time while I attempt.
Well, maybe Ms. Menges and I can talk a little bit while you...
That would be wonderful. Thank you so much, Dr. Stepanowski.
Sure. Who's going? Ms. Menges, take it away.
So I want to welcome everyone back to school. We're very excited. We're disappointed that we're not able to do it on campus, but we will try and bring everyone on campus as soon as it's safe, because we realize that both teachers and students miss that interaction. And we hope that all of you have remained safe during the summer and stay healthy. We're very prepared for the start of school, even though we've had 360-degree turns a couple of times during the summer. Everybody's been working very hard all summer. There are funding issues that we have going on, and I'll let Dr. Stepanowski talk about how we're funded by the state, and locally. And then we also have the foundation, which helps to supplement a lot of the things at the school. So they help with counseling, most specifically the past several years. We've got community360.me up and running. We've got counseling available for people. Lots of resources on the LVUSD website, and hope that you make yourself available for those. And also coming up in November, we have an election. And so all of the cities in the area have about 2 city council members running for re-election. And school board has 2 seats. And I'm running again, and then there are 2 other candidates they're running, and I hope that you all will try and get out to vote. So Dr. Stepanowski.
Hey now, what's going on, White Oak Nation and Lions out there? Dr. Dan Stepanowski, very proud superintendent. Thanks for all being here. I think we have, looks like about 110 or so participants. That's awesome. We are excited to start the school year on Wednesday. Staff's been working hard. The teachers have been working so hard. You're going to hear a lot about that tonight. It really hasn't been much of a summer of rest, but we are here for you. We are all in this together. Obviously, we want to be on campus and in person. That's why all these amazing educators on the screen and at White Oak and across Las Verdes got into education, to be with kids, support kids, lift them up and help them succeed. But we also got to be safe. And that's where we are right now. We will open as soon as we can when it's safe, but that's probably a little ways off. So we're going to start from a distance standpoint. We've learned a lot. The most important thing is that teacher-parent partnership and communication. Really, it's always critical, but in this situation, it's 10 times more critical. So if you have concerns or confusion or need information, reach out to your teacher right away. And of course, your principal. You've got awesome teachers, and you've got one of my favorite principals. Don't tell the other schools that. Let's keep that between us. Lupin and YB and all those other schools are amazing. But Miss Jones is awesome. So it's a partnership. We're in this together. We have to lift each other up. We're excited. Done a lot of professional development, a lot of talent development, a lot of training. If you need any tech, we've got that for you. Ms. Menges mentioned the website. Counseling Center is going to be back up. Don't hesitate to use that. Reaching out for help is quite a sign of strength. We work with the entire family, amazing staff, MFTs. This is tough. This is quite a lot of adversity for us to handle. Our community has had a lot of adversity, and we've handled it well. And we've handled it well by being there for each other and lifting each other up. What else, Ms. Jones? Anything else or questions later on?
I think the only question that we had on there was the school calendar. Our school year calendar is maintaining the same, correct?
Yep. No changes at all for that now, which is a challenge because sometimes the governor comes out in June and says schools will be open in July, right? But we stay the course, we stay calm, we gather information, we collaborate, we communicate all the time with our teachers and our classified staff. And no, I don't see a change at this point.
Great. Fantastic. Thank you so much. And thank you both for being here. Really appreciate it. I'm going to try my screen share one more time. And then if not, we're just going to go with it. Okay, here we go. Everyone good? Can see that now?
We can see it, but you're not quite in present mode.
Yeah, I think the present mode is what kind of threw me off. So I'm going to do it like this, if that's okay with my panelists and everyone watching. So again, welcome guys. Thank you so much for being here. Just a little bit of background about White Oak. For those of you that were able to go on the tour, for those of you that are, have been parents here before, you know that we have a close relationship with our city. They help us, we participate in the city celebration, pumpkin patch. They were part of our drive-through parade last year. Back in March, we had, before everything closed, we were able to host a Women in History event, and all 5 local mayors came, and one of the Westlake City Council members came, and that was fantastic to have them participate and be a part of our sorry everyone, there, be a part of our school's relationship. So fun fact, I say this because I had no idea until I became principal of White Oak. We are actually the only school in Westlake Village, which is funny because you have Westlake Hills and you have Westlake Elementary, but they're actually not part of Westlake Village. We are, so we are the city's, you know, little pride and joy, which we're very proud of. And we really appreciate our relationship with them. You know, they help with funding and grants, and they really just like to be involved. And so it's wonderful to have their support. A couple of things for you guys. I know White Oak's going to look different this year. If you, again, were on the tours, or if you've heard, we are very unique in the fact that we had morning assembly every morning. We did flag salute, we did birthday shout outs, and that was something that I really enjoyed, our students enjoyed, and we loved having our parents in our community there as well. So I got a text that my slides are frozen. So I'm going to go through it, guys, with this, and I'm sorry about that. I'm going to stop sharing right now so that I can just talk to you, because that seems to be the easiest way. We're going to adapt, because that's what this year is all about: being flexible, being kind, and being adaptable. So, little bit background. So what I was saying was, you know, there are things that are going to be different. That's just the way that it's going to be. But there are things that we're going to keep the same, and we want the same. We definitely are going to have Spirit Wear Fridays. I'm going to be setting up a weekly morning assembly. It will be Fridays at 8:10. It will be a Zoom link. I encourage you and your students to attend. We'll be singing the Friday song, which if you have been on campus and you heard us sing, it's always out of tune. We're never in line with each other, and I'm sure Zoom will make it even better. But it'll be fun, and it'll be something to look forward to, and it'll give me an opportunity, as much as I'm going to jump into classes and Zoom meetings, it'll give me an opportunity to see our whole White Oak Lions together. So that's something I'm excited about. We'll also have our school song, by the way, for any new parents, can be found on our White Oak website, our White Oak PFC website. So check that out, practice it. I do have a video of our staff singing it on Zoom that we pushed out last year. So if you would like to know the tune, we will send it to you. It does sound very good. One of our teachers, Mrs. Maxwell, sang it. She has a phenomenal voice, so it won't sound too wonky, but let us know if you need that. We'll be happy to send that to you. At White Oak, our Lions roar. And what that means is our Lions, we teach them, we talk about being respectful, optimistic, accountable, and resourceful. So every month we have our Roar Awards. And yes, they're going to look different this year. It may just be classes that I get to pop in with you parents if it's your child that gets the award, and we get to present the student with the award. But that's something that is important to us in our community, and that's something that we're going to keep going. Also, we have a calendar of events. Ms. DePippo, our office manager, and April and I got together on Zoom, and we figured out what our calendar of events was going to look like. So we don't know. It could be changing, but we are going to make things as similar as possible as that we can. So next week, you know, we always have our kickoff registration in person, which is something that we look forward to every year. And that's something that isn't going to be able to happen this year, but our amazing PFC thought, you know what, let's do a drive-through registration. And that way we can still get an opportunity to see you. You guys get the excitement of finding out who your teachers are next Tuesday. I know April's going to touch base on that a little bit, but that's something that we really enjoy doing. So we found a way to do it. Just like we found a way to do our White Oak 101 through the webinar, and we are practicing as we go. Little bit for you guys, parent involvement is huge, and we really appreciate, we love you all, we appreciate you all, and there are going to be many ways that you guys will be communicated with throughout this all. I know there's a lot of nerves out there about what's scheduling going to be like, and how will I know this, or who will be taught, like communicating with me. You're going to get communications through Parent Square. That's something that I will be using soon as well. Our whole system's going to shift over to it. But Parent Square, you should already be getting communications from. If you're not, please reach out. We will help get that set out for you. You'll get communications through Aries. Your Aries portal is where all your information about your child is. So you're able to find out, you know, your emergency contacts are in there, the teachers are in there, all of your information's in there. So make sure that you're checking Aries and that's updated. We also have Peach Jar. which is for our nonprofits that want to shoot a flyer out. You can utilize Peach Jar, and we're here to help you with that. And then Ms. Kress, our teacher, is going to really talk about the importance of communication through email and through Zooms, and that's going to be the key in making sure that we have a really successful year. And that's what we want, and that's what we strive to do for you. Another big thing is, you probably, when you registered, you saw us talk about annual giving and what annual giving does to support our schools. You guys support our schools so much. You guys help pay. When you donate, you're helping to pay for teacher salaries. You're helping to pay for our PE specialist, our media clerk, part of our intervention specialist. It's so important. And I know these are really trying times. So any little bit that you can do, that's amazing. And we thank you for that. We also love participation. It's going to look different this year. Our PFC meetings aren't going to be able to be held in person, at least for right now, but we love seeing you on Zooms. That's more interactive than this, obviously, but introduce yourselves to others. This is a great community, and we really love parent participation. So with that, I'm going to give it on over to Ms. Kress to talk from a teacher point of view.
Thank you, Mrs. Dorrance. And I want to thank all of the parents that have taken the time to attend tonight, and thank you to the PFC for inviting me to speak on behalf of our White Oak staff. I know we have a lot of new families listening, and I hope you can tell already that White Oak is truly a happy place. I know that this will still be true, even from a distance, because this community has been built on working together and doing what is best for kids. And the community we've built is evident here tonight. Look at how many people are attending. I think that I was told that we capped out at 100 and people are trying to get in and they can't even get in because people care so much about our kids and our school. We are very excited to welcome kids back next week, even though they won't be physically in our buildings. This isn't the same back to school that we are used to, but we are excited just as we always are. One thing that makes White Oak so special is how integral our parent involvement is to our students' learning. That will still be true, even during this period, maybe even more so. In the past, it might have meant coming into the classroom and helping a teacher with small groups or individual students, maybe cutting out materials or stuffing homework folders. But now it will mean supporting your child and their teacher as we all navigate through a new mode of learning. So your involvement will still be vital to your child's success and how much the teacher is able to accomplish this year. So you can help us in a couple ways. First, be open with us in your communication, and we promise that we'll do the same with you. Hopefully we won't inundate you with too much communication. Our goal is to get you all of the necessary information in a clear and concise way without bombarding you. And since your children will not be in our physical classrooms, we may need more communication from you about how your child's doing and if they need something more from us. We will still meet with you about your child and their progress, just like we would at school. It just might now be a phone call or a Zoom. Our doors are still open. The building might be closed, but we are not. Second, we hope that you will bring your sense of humor and some flexibility to the school year. We all make mistakes, so please laugh with us and not at us. Obviously, we've had to adapt some things and get used to some new normals. But if I have learned anything since March, it's that things will always be changing. So be flexible with us as we get our feet on the ground. We have all come up with plans and systems that we think are going to be absolutely amazing. But until we meet our new classes, it's still kind of a guessing game. So we're doing the best we can, and just work with us. A sense of humor will go a long way in helping us all feel human. Another way you can help is by giving your child a space to go to school. You don't sit next to them all day when they come into our classrooms, so they should still be able to go to school independently, even if they're still at home. Of course, we know that they will need help with this at the beginning, especially our littles, as they learn how to navigate all the tools and resources that we're going to be using. But if they can have a set learning space that they can help keep all of their school supplies and be ready to learn, that will help them feel better about themselves too and feel a little bit more normal. I know I feel better when all of my things are prepared and ready and I don't have to go running to look for a pencil as soon as I need it. So they can have a special place where they can keep all of their things. You can help them by making sure it's an appropriate space free of as many distractions as possible. I understand that this is tricky, but doing the best we can, that they come dressed and ready for the school day, ready to learn. It will make them feel more successful and ready too, and it will allow them a sense of normalcy. Each teacher will understandably have their own expectations, and they'll be sharing them with you next week during back to school night. But in general, if they can have access to a device that they know how to use, a space to be able to work and concentrate, and the understanding that they're still going to school and they're going to learn, it will go a long way. But mostly what I hope you hear tonight is that we're all on the same team. We love your kids like we always have. We're still going to teach them a ton, and we will make sure they love school and they love learning, because that's the goal. Elementary school should be fun. Sure, our kids are going to have some memories of a weird time where they went to school on their iPad or on their computer, but they're going to know that their parents and their teachers love them and they work together to make it awesome. So we're excited to meet all of your kiddos next week. And we thank you already for your support, because it really does make a difference. So thank you all for coming and being supportive of your kids.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Kress. Really, really appreciate that. It's definitely a sentiment that we all feel. We are all very, very excited to be back on campus. And please, with all aligned with what she said, communicate with us. We are here to support you. We are here for you. We're here for the students. That's why we do what we do. Up next, we have Miss April Driscoll, who is our PFC co-president. April, I'm going to attempt to share your slides. I don't know if it will work, but we will try. You just let me know when.
Okay, yeah, if you can, you don't have to, well, you can try starting, I guess. So thank you for joining us. Again, my name is April Driscoll, and this is my second year as co-president and my 7th year at White Oak. I have a son that graduated and will be in sixth grade at Lindero this year, and my daughter is starting 3rd grade, so I still have a few more years left at White Oak. Actually, and I can even say that both my husband and I went to White Oak, so we love White Oak Elementary, and all 4 of us have been there. My co-president is not on here tonight, but her name is Rita Burkina Elbert, and she has been part of our PFC for many years. And she started as our treasurer and then yearbook coordinator and now co-president. So we have a long group. We have a group of PFC members that just stay on and do a great job with our school. So our amazing group of PFC parents have been meeting all summer in hopes of starting this year out as smoothly as possible. But while the school is different than any other year, we want to maintain the structure and routine that we always have at the beginning of the year at White Oak. There's a few things I want to focus on, questions that we get a lot, and how to prepare you for next week. So first, if the slides are working, we can show them.
I'm going to try now. You guys tell me what you see on your end, if that works.
I see your slides. Oh yeah, no, those are my slides. You're right. That's it. Okay. First up is registering your child in Aries, and the district has asked you to do this. The school has, PFC, we're asking you as well. You can directly reach it from the website for White Oak, and it's underneath where it says parents, and you can see Aries is circled there. This is where you will print your emergency card to bring to the drive-through that we're having for registration on Tuesday, the 18th. You want to go on. The next slide shows you Parent Square. This is an app we ask you download onto your phone. It's really convenient to have the app because everything's right in one place. And once you create your account, you get to have an up-to-date email in both Aries and Parent Square, which will ensure you receive all district and school communications that are sent out. The teachers use it, the school uses it, the PFC uses it. So it really is valuable for you to have the app or at least have the email coming through. And you can set the times, you can play around with that, but that's important to have. Next, we have where you need to complete your registration. It's on our website, the PFC website, and you will complete your registration. For your safety, we've switched everything over this year to the entirely online registration format. The drive-through registration next Tuesday will only be for dropping off emergency cards, picking up your pre-ordered spiritware, and obtaining teacher assignments, which is really exciting for the kids. Please do your best to come during your designated time. We want to make it as efficient as possible. So you see we've separated everything by alphabet, and we're trying to keep the line moving. So hopefully everything runs smoothly for us. This is actually all this information is on the website as well. And finally, not finally, but from our website, registration tabs. You can see there's our spirit wear and our payment plans. You can purchase school supplies and you can make your annual giving donation there, and spirit wear as well. So we hope to continue the tradition, like Ms. Jordan was saying, where we sing our Friday song on Friday, our school song, and wearing our White Oak spirit wear. So if you haven't purchased spirit wear, you can find that on our store. We also have payment plans set up for annual giving listed there, and payment plans for school supplies. So our annual giving campaign, you can see right there, is the most important fundraiser of the year. And while school is starting out virtually, we still need your help supporting White Oak and our teachers. Annual giving donations help support many areas, including the media specialist, reading specialist, PE teacher, classroom teacher fund, and technology resources, which are extremely important as we start this year off remotely. We hope to add more programs as our school returns on campus, and all of this will be possible through the donations you make with annual giving. I touched a little bit on school supplies, but each year the school supplies are already purchased for your students through the PFC. We work with the classroom teachers to make sure they have exactly what they need for the students in their class. This year, the teachers will be able to supply your student with supplies to make working from home a little easier. This supply fund will also help purchase different technology and make the school to home transition a little easier. So you don't have to go buy supplies. You're going to get what you need through the PFC, which is why we have the school supply resource fee attached to our website. Each year, we are so thankful for the personal and corporate sponsorships we receive to help fund the different needs of our school. If anyone has a business that would like to donate, please reach out to us. Fundraising may be challenging this year, but there are so many ways to give back, including Amazon Smile and company matching programs. We welcome any parent to come to our PFC meetings to help us continue to make White Oak an amazing school for our kids. We love meeting new faces. We love having people volunteer for different committees and then roll them into different jobs that we have on the PFC. And we have some open this year. So if you're interested, please email us. Our email information is on the website, and we'd love to connect with you and get some new faces on our PFC board.
Thank you so much, April. Appreciate it. Next, I'd like to introduce Wendy Semino, who's a current parent at White Oak.
Thank you, Principal Jorns. Hi, I'm Wendy Semino. I have 3 daughters in 3 schools, so I've been doing this for quite some time. My youngest is about to enter 3rd grade at White Oak. I have one in middle school and one in high school. White Oak is the most special environment I've ever experienced with all the schools that we've attended. It's the community-oriented culture and school spirit that really sets it apart. When we began at White Oak, my middle daughter was going into 4th grade and my youngest was going into Journeys. And that could be a unique transition to send your child into a new school entering 4th grade where friendships are already established. And it was seamless for us. We really just felt so welcomed. She made wonderful friends that she still has today. And I just can't express how, the warmth that we felt coming in that environment. And I just wanted to share an anecdote about that thereafter. So then she went on to middle school 2 years later, and I'm on the White Oak campus and come upon her 4th and 5th grade teachers simultaneously, and they want to know how she's doing at her transition to middle school. And I let them know how wonderful she is doing. And we jumped for joy and hugged. And I'll just never forget the care that they showed even after she had transitioned out of the school, and it was very meaningful to us. And then fast forward a year later, and then the subsequent year, we had sort of back-to-back major disruptions in our kids' education. The first with the Woolsey fire. We ended up in a hotel for many weeks after the event, and very disruptive situation for us. And then obviously the pandemic this year that everybody's going through. And I just have to say, with those huge disruptions back to back for us, the warmth and compassion we felt from the teacher, staff, and our friends and family in the White Oak community meant the world to us. And the stability it offered our children to just know that White Oak was the underlying constant while we were going through these situations meant the world to us. So I just can't express how special of an environment this is that you're coming into if you're new, and if you're already here, I think you know that. Parent involvement is the key to what makes White Oak so special. As a PFC board member, I'm the room parent coordinator for any of our new families coming in. Room parents, there's one for each classroom, or one or two for each classroom, and they support the teacher in a more normal situation. It's parties on campus, special classroom events, and things of that nature. This year it'll look a little different, but what we will still look for is to have that parent involvement in the classrooms. We're going to want to express our gratitude for our teachers and celebrate them with acts of kindness on their birthdays, holidays, and Teacher Appreciation Week. So we'll definitely be reaching out, and it's a great opportunity to get involved in your child's classroom this year, in a year when we may have very limited on-campus participation from parents. I guess what I just really want to sum it up by saying congratulations on sending your kiddos to an awesome environment. Please give serious consideration to contributing whatever you can to the PFC. The high standards that our school upholds cannot be maintained without these contributions. Our students really value and benefit from the PFC funded programs, and it's truly the special sauce for White Oak. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Wendy. And thank you everyone for being here. This is the part where we kind of go to the questions that you guys submitted, and I want to thank you in advance for submitting all your questions. We were able to go through them. There were certain ones that, you know, at this time we're not able to address, but we're going to do our best answering them for you. And again, if you missed the first part of this because maybe you didn't get the link or the live stream didn't go, this was being recorded, and reach out and email me. I'm more than happy to set up a Zoom, a phone call, or respond by email to each of you. So one of the questions that seemed to kind of be a theme was about the cohorts when we get back to school. And I understand for planning purposes that everyone's kind of eager to know how that's going to work. But right now our main focus for our teachers is making sure that they're setting up their classes for distance learning until we can actually come back to campus safely. So once we do come back to campus safely, we will be able to address the cohort model and what that will look like. I've had many parents reach out and let me know I would prefer AM or I would prefer PM. And I have all those emails saved in the little folder. So if you are one of those parents that wants to reach out and just let me know what works best for you, please do. Feel free to email me and I will keep your email set aside and we will revisit that when we're able to be back on campus. Technology questions. If you are a third grader, you're receiving a laptop this year. We just got them in today when we have our drive-through supply pickup, which you will be getting more information about. Exciting news. You hear it here first. We are doing a meet and greet the first day of school, so in drive-through form. So students will get to actually see their teachers face to face, which the teachers are very excited about. I'm very excited about, and hopefully your students are very excited about as well. So third graders will be getting a laptop then. If you are second grade or younger and you are in need of a laptop, please email support@lvusd.org and they will get you set up. We want our students set up for success when they come to our school. Let's see, another question is about distance learning schedules. And I know Ms. Kress really kind of touched base on this too. All live teaching will be done via Zoom for now until we are able to safely get back on campus. Teachers will have schedules to give to you. As you probably know, they are in planning mode right now. So they will be in constant communication with you. They will be letting you know what the schedules will be. And it may take a little bit to get into a rhythm, but the students will get into the rhythm, the teachers will get into a rhythm, and you guys will be communicated with. I want you to hear that from me, from a staff member that's here. They will let you know ahead of time exactly what you can expect for the weeks and for the days. TK and Kinder. So you guys probably got the email. It got pushed out through Parent Square, and last Friday we are going to be hosting, or today, and I think Monday was pushed out. Our back to school night has moved up. So our back to school night is actually going to be next week, which we're very excited about. What's even more exciting is our TK and Kinder team has decided to push their back to school night to August 17th, which is the Monday before we start school. And they will be presenting together. TK will be at 5 p.m. And then our kinder teachers will be presenting together, and they will be presenting at 5:30, and they will be giving you guys, holding your hand through this process. These are our littlest lions, our newest lions. We're so excited to welcome them to White Oak, and our teachers are very excited to have them here. And I know how nerve-wracking it must be for you guys, especially starting off the year like this, but we're here to support you. I saw a lot of questions about how are teachers going to keep my kindergartner engaged. And I can tell you, if you walked into a kindergarten classroom, those kiddos are always engaged, whether it's through a movement break or music or a dance or little rhymes that they come up with to get their attention. Your students will stay engaged. And the back to school night, I'm sure once you see the teachers and you get to ask your questions face to face, they're going to work really hard to ease any nerves that you may have. And again, they are here for you just as much as they're here for the students. So reach out. We are all in this together. Another question that we had was additional assistance regarding students with IEPs. So for this, our special education teachers have been in actually all week and meeting with our general education teachers, and they are working together to plan schedules to make sure that they work together and coordinate together. That's something that's going to be very important this year. All IEPs will be held via Zoom. So you will be contacted by your case manager if your student has an IEP, letting you know that this is the Zoom time, this is the Zoom date, and hopefully if that works for you. If not, we will reschedule. We'll have a virtual library and PE set up, which we're very excited about. Our staff is really working on the master schedule, and that should be finalized by the end of this week. So you can expect your students to be engaged in PE with their friends and in library with their friends, which we're really looking forward to. Last year, Ms. Gustafson did a phenomenal job with her stories and all the videos that she pushed out. So we're really excited to see what she has in store for us this year. And lastly, school supplies. I believe April touched on this, but if you have any questions regarding what you may need, we purchase school supplies for you in advance. You purchase the school supplies through the PFC website, and we have all that set up for you. So you guys don't have to make the Target run. You don't have to, go to 5 different stores to find what you need. We have it all for you. That kind of wraps up the questions. Again, if there wasn't something that I answered, or you guys have other questions that have come up through this webinar, please send me an email, ljorns@lvusd.org. I'm more than happy to answer you, again, through email, Zoom, or a phone call. I look forward to seeing you all through our drive-through registration and our meet and greet and our back to school night. We're really looking forward to it. So thank you to my panelists for being here tonight, and thank you to all of you for tuning in. I appreciate you all.